Hey guys! It is 3/1/12/31, aka Winter, aka Wolfie, whatever you'd love to call me today, and today we're doing a 2-color collab challenge, which I'm not sure if this is a thing or if it's been done before, but we're doing it, so yeah. And this is with Simsy Emma, and I will put a link to her video in the description down below. She did furnishing, I did the build. Basically, I took a random generator, as you can see right now, and I just asked for some numbers, 1 through I think 11. I listed out all the numbers, or I listed out all the colors with a number on them, and I ended up with 2 options, either orange and purple or black and yellow. So I DM'd her and I asked her what she want, and she asked for the black and yellow, so that's what we're going to do today. Originally, I started on a 64x64 lot. For what reason, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do it really big, like farmhouse area, so there'd be like lots of places for like plants and stuff. But then I just thought 64x64 is a lot, and I hate doing really big builds. I'm not that great at them, and I tend to get carried away, and things end up being really spacious. I'm not a big fan of spacious. I think spacious is kind of boring. So needless to say, I was not happy with the idea of a 64x64 build. So I end up moving this lot down into a, I think 40x40 lot. I think. I'm not certain, but I think a 40x40 lot. It's the lot where the Delgado family lives in Brindleton Bay, which I thought was perfect because you can see like the bay, obviously, and it looks pretty nice, and it's a nice view. And then on top of that, to have the terrain that I did, it seemed to fit out pretty well. I also tried some new things in this build. I've never used the rounded like deck before, so as you can see, I fiddle with it a lot in this build because I've just never done it. I've never had to deal with it, so yeah. And then actually doing the terrain manipulation was also quite new for me. I've never really used it just because I think it's kind of frustrating because I'm not that great at it, so I tend to just steer away from it. But we used it this time, so I guess that's really exciting. So obviously yellow is what we're doing on the outside. I did end up cheating just a little bit, in the sense that the roof I'm put on is actually black, because I really couldn't bear to give this house the roofs from Island Living, because those are the only options, were those like plant ones, which I think is like hay or like ferns or something. And I couldn't do that to this because the outside of this house actually looks pretty nice. It's the inside that's kind of scary. So yeah. Anyways, I think this is a fun idea, just in the sense of like, that's the one thing I really like about having started this YouTube channel, is that I get to collaborate with people and just do all these like really fun challenges that wouldn't be fun to just do without a channel, because it's like you'll do the channel and then you have nothing to share it with, or you'll do the challenge and you'll have no one to share it with. This was the second actually little cheat I had, is that there weren't any yellow foundations that I could see, so I just went with that like white one, like the cross one, and I'm realizing now that I think it's supposed to be blue and not black, but when I saw it, it looked black, and I was like, I'm just gonna do that. So those are my 2 little cheats in this build, but that's okay. And then landscaping, I obviously didn't require to be yellow because there's not that many yellow plants in this game, and plants aren't naturally yellow, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to do that. So yeah, I kind of just made up the rules as I went. Well, not really. I already knew for a fact that landscaping I was going to keep not included, but then for the whole roof thing and that, I decided that any item that I couldn't find in yellow, I'll just do in black, because she's going to have to furnish it in black anyways. So it's still pretty difficult because it's just 2 colors, but yeah. And then there weren't, I don't think we have any yellow, well, I think we have 1 yellow archway, but I hate that archway, so I just opted for like cutting out walls and deleting walls so it looked kind of like an archway, and maybe adding, what are they called, spandrels? Or baluster. I think it's a spandrel. So I add spandrels instead. And as you can see, I think we've already moved lots at this point. We're in the 40 by 40 at this stage. And, yeah. I did go for kind of like some boring yellows. I hope you guys aren't offended that I didn't go like crazy all out, but I wanted this house to actually look good. So that's why I end up using those like tan rugs, which apparently tan is considered yellow in this game. Because when I put the, what is it called? The filter, those came up, and I was like, alright, we're gonna use those because those are obviously the most normal looking. I was surprised we don't have any yellow floorings. I couldn't find any, which was weird because I feel like we should have a yellow flooring because we have some interesting colors on some of the floorings that we do have. But apparently no yellow wood flooring. Did I mention that I'm talking about wood? I'm talking about wood flooring right now. I don't know. It's like 2 o'clock right now in the morning, and I have to upload this at 8, and I have to finish packing because I'm going to college, and I had asked you guys if you wanted me to do a video about it. Well, someone asked me, and then I asked you guys, and you guys have voted yes, so I'm thinking about it, just because, you know, I'm moving in, it might be a little bit hectic, and I'm not sure I want to, like, record it. On top of that, I also don't have a fancy camera, so it's not going to be very aesthetically pleasing to watch my video. But you guys voted for it, so we'll see what I can do. Obviously, this is like my first time moving in, so it's like I won't be able to record this ever again for you guys if I don't do it right now. So we'll see what's happening. I end up adding a pool into this build. I know that's not a very typical farmhouse, but I really liked the idea, so I did it anyways. And in case you don't know, did I mention, this is supposed to be like a family farmhouse, and that's why the yellow actually worked out a little bit in its favor, because kind of like an old home, it's outdated, which is kind of what I would imagine for maybe a house like this. So it worked out pretty well for the most part. That little place with the clear roof, I would have made it like a plant room, so I would have had some plants in there, but I don't think Emma did that. I think she may have made a second living room. I'm not sure. I also added a bunch of space when I do this like landscaping, because I thought there'd be some pretty cool like buy items that she could use to make it look like a garden. So I didn't do that. If it were me who had done the garden, I probably would have just like downloaded plants that were already grown from the gallery, you know, because you can do that if you download gardens. And then I would have placed those plants so that Sims can go harvest those plants. I'm not sure if that's what she did. I don't think she did. She showed me a picture. It looks pretty cool. But it's just not what I would have done, which is one of the best parts about collaborating, is that you build something and you're seeing how other people would do it, which was interesting always and fun to look at. That's why I liked furnishing other people's builds. Usually building is definitely my favorite thing to do, but furnishing is always a little bit more, I think, challenging, just because you're furnishing thinking, what would they be putting there? And sometimes it's like, that's not how the builder would have furnished it, but that's how you saw it, which is interesting and cool. So as you see, I've had a lot of open space right now. Simsy Emma changes it for adding a garden. You guys can of course do whatever. She's gonna have, I assume she's gonna put the furnished one up on her gallery, and then mine's obviously gonna be on my gallery. So if you want the unfurnished open garden, then you can take that one and make your own garden, or you can take her furnished house and use her garden. or in her furnishings, of course. And then I imagine that some of you guys will actually like this build. So we've reached the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making this. I will make sure to put her link in my description, so make sure to go check out her video as well. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was a great challenge, and I loved working with her. So I hope you guys like it, and I don't know, comment down below. Would you have done the black and yellow or the orange and purple? And what do you think of the build? Do you think it's obviously a little bit mismatched, but do you think overall, I think overall I did a pretty good job of meshing it all together. But I want to hear from you guys, and if you guys want to see more videos like this where it's like a 2-color build, I can definitely find some other people to collab with and do something like that. I have another collab coming out soon, probably soon, I'm not totally sure. But yeah. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you like me, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to have any input in my videos, make sure to go and check out my Instagram, 311231, because that's where I do a bunch of polls on pretty much all the videos that I do, asking you what you want and what I should upload. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. I know I don't have a set schedule right now because I'm obviously, like I said, moving to college. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. I have some pre-recorded stuff that I'm going to see if I can upload in advance, but we'll see just how crazy it gets. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon and you'll be watching my videos. Bye.